Welcome to the 4-parts book summary series of How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. In this series, we'll be discussing key takeaways from Part 1, Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. Part 2, 6 Ways to Make People Like You. Part 3, How to Win People to Your Way of Thinking. Part 4, Be a Leader, How to Change People Without Giving Offense or Arousing Resentment. Let's get into it. Part 1, Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. Principle 1, Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. When dealing with people, let's remember that we are not only dealing with individuals of logic, but also individuals with their own emotions, unique perspectives, and self-esteem. Instead of using negative feedback, which can often be met with defensiveness and resistance, use empathy and positive reinforcement to influence people. Let's imagine this scenario. Robert is a team leader in a company. He noticed that his reliable employee, Susan, had started to miss deadlines. Instead of confronting Susan with criticism, that would make her feel defensive and less likely to want to help him solve the problem. He invited her for a coffee chat to see if there was anything wrong. Susan then revealed that she was going through some personal challenges and was feeling overwhelmed and stressed, which was affecting her work. Robert listened patiently and offered his support. Robert then came up with a plan to temporarily adjust Susan's workload and offered to let her take some time off if she needed it. Susan felt understood and supported, and she was able to return to her usual productivity soon after. When we understand someone's perspective and offer them support, they are more likely to be open to our feedback and make positive and meaningful changes. Principle 2, Give honest and sincere appreciation. Dale Carnegie argued that the need to feel important is a universal human desire, just as basic as the need for food and sleep. He believed that one of the most effective ways to satisfy this desire is through honest and sincere appreciation. However, it is important to note that Carnegie distinguished the difference between flattery and genuine appreciation. He defined flattery as insincere, and it is often used to manipulate or deceive others, while genuine appreciation comes from simply valuing someone sincerely. This can make people feel good about themselves and more likely to want to be around us. Let's take a look at this scenario. At a coffee shop, Emma, a new barista, started innovating with drink presentations and adding a personal touch to each cup. Customers loved it, leading to increased positive feedback and return visits. One morning, the store manager Lydia gathered the team and said, "I've noticed our recent surge in positive feedback, and a lot of it points to Emma's creative presentations. Emma, your initiative and creativity have truly added value to our customer experience. Thank you for going the extra mile." This genuine acknowledgement not only boosted Emma's confidence, but also inspired the entire team to think of ways they could elevate their service. Principle 3, Arouse in the other person an eager want. This principle emphasizes the importance of understanding others' needs, desires, and motivations, then positioning your ideas, requests, or propositions that align with those desires. By tapping into what the other person truly wants, you make it more likely for them to be genuinely interested and eager to engage or help. Let's take a look at this example. Tom, a customer, enters the store looking for a new smartphone. With so many options, it left him a bit overwhelmed. 2 salespeople approached him. The first one was Clara. "Are you looking for a new phone?" she asked. Tom glanced up, slightly surprised. "Yes, I'm thinking of upgrading." Without considering Tom's personal needs and interests, Clara began pointing to a sleek phone on display. This phone has 128 gigabytes of storage, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and a 5G chipset. Tom nodded. "Thanks for the info," and continued to wander through the store and look at other options. The second one was Olivia. She decided to lean into what she had noticed about Tom. "Hello again." Olivia notices that Tom has a DSLR camera hanging around his neck. "I couldn't help but notice your DSLR. Are you into photography?" Tom, with heightened interest. "Yes, I love capturing moments." Olivia leaned in. "In that case, you might appreciate this particular model," gesturing to the phone. It boasts a 108 megapixel camera and offers some advanced photography features that rival DSLRs. Imagine the power of your camera, but in the convenience of a pocket-sized smartphone. Really? Tom asked, his voice filled with curiosity. Can I see some sample photos and try it out? In these scenarios, by focusing on the principle, arouse in the other person an eager want principle, Olivia taps into Tom's underlying needs, desires, and motivations, making Tom more open and engaged with Olivia's help. This approach is more effective than what Clara did by simply talking about technical specifications. In this video, we've discussed key takeaways of Part 1, fundamental techniques in handling people from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Please see the next video where we'll discuss Part 2, 6 ways to make people like you. If you want to stay updated with our latest content, click that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Thank you so much for watching.